faces, worn out faces, worn out wings. Alright, enough of that, fellas. Today it is indeed checking my... Okay, I'm already laughing right now looking at my watch because due to John, my good friend John, sometimes other known as Jaman, otherwise known as Jahan, keeps making this joke about a Resident Evil watch where they're talking about the Hamilton time chrono piece, something with wing and bullet casing accents to honor his fallen comrades. But again, today is it is Saturday, March 7th, not 16th, not 14th, but March 7th, 2026. And it is the weekend! Hooray! Does my schedule really differ at all on the weekends? No, not really. I think the only real main difference that I have on the weekends nowadays is that I go work out with my friend, which is awesome. I love working out with my friend. I love enjoying a good gym session with my dear old pal. Oop. I think I might need to adjust the tripod today. There's a lot of forward-backward action just going on. But today is going to be a continuation of yesterday's workout, because yesterday's workout was very odd, where I'm kind of wondering, like, why was I so tired and sore after this week's workout? And I just want to know, is it because I've been starting to record my workouts, and in a way, I will say this, I think there's a part of me where recently, since I've started recording again now, I don't have to count my reps during the set. So I kind of just go out until I can't do any more reps, versus when I don't record my sets, I usually try my best to count. Sometimes I forget, but I do try to do my best to at least count because, you know, I like tracking my progress and I like seeing the growth. I like seeing the numbers go up. And this week, the numbers have gone up, but I feel like it's at the cost of maybe I'm pushing it a little bit too hard. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I just need to sleep better, eat better. Because that's another thing too. Have I been sleeping the best, eating the best? No. Because one thing I've noticed about my sleep recently is no matter what time I go to bed, I keep waking up at the same time. And I know that's not really, the worst problem in the world. Actually, I have noticed an issue. I've noticed that I cannot seem to get more than 6.5 hours of sleep before my eyes just wake up. And I don't really necessarily know if that's a bad thing. Maybe that's a sign saying, like, my body actually... Maybe I'm one of those people that only need 6 hours of sleep to be okay, but I don't necessarily wake up feeling super well rested, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not one of... Like, again, I don't think it's sleep apnea, because it's not like I wake up and I feel like I got punched in the face. I just feel like the feeling of, like, I could sleep more if I wanted to. But then, when I do try, I do notice at that point, since I'm kind of awake... And I'm like, I think I kind of like have that idea where I'm like, oh, like I'm awake, like I want to sleep a little bit more, and then I close my eyes and my mind tends to wander off, think about other things, so I end up just getting up. So maybe it's actually a mental thing that I just need to kind of get over. Once I'm maybe in a better mental state, maybe I'll be able to get some better rest. I don't know, but that being said, I don't necessarily feel bad when I wake up. Again, I don't feel tired. Well, obviously I feel tired because I feel like every day, like when you wake up, you're like, whew. I've been sleeping. I haven't even been taking that many naps recently as well, but one thing I do like is I've been hitting a pretty consistent sleep schedule where at least I have that going for me. Am I getting 8-hour plus amount of sleep? No. But am I at least sleeping around the same time every day and waking about the same time every day? Yeah, and I kind of like that routine so far. Even the idea of do 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 mad world. So today I do believe it is going to be a leg extravaganza where I hope to do some sort of quad-based exercise, whether that be extensions or whether that be some sort of squat-based movement, whether it be the leg press, whether it be lunges even. Do lunges work on quads? I feel like they do, because I feel like lunges kind of work on everything. But I'll definitely say, after yesterday's RDL/stiff-legged deadlift or whatever hell I did yesterday, my lower back is very tender. And one thing I do notice, it's not tender in a bad way. Because I remember back then, like maybe a year or two ago, every time I did RDLs, my back would be aching to the point like it was actually painful. Now it's just sore. It's just tender and sore. And honestly, it feels kind of nice. Like whenever I touch my lower back and like massage it a little, I'm like, ooh, it's like hitting like the little sweet spot. And my hamstrings, while they're not like super sore, definitely did get at least a little bit of a workout yesterday, because I definitely feel them. Like if I kind of do like the thing where I lean forward all the way, you know, and like you like fold yourself, I do tend to feel my hamstrings a little bit. So they definitely got worked out a little bit. So today I want to work on my glutes, maybe seated leg curl if I have enough strength to do that, but maybe I also won't try to like, you know, force too much out of it. Maybe I'll just like a set or two. Actually, what do I mean a set or two? I already do 2 sets anyway. Actually, I guess I don't only just do 2 sets. I sometimes do 3 sets. Sometimes I do 4 sets, depending on the exercise, because sometimes it's just fun that way. Like, and I feel like that's one thing that I've been kind of missing out on, that whenever I would not be as consistent as I was in the gym, it'd usually be because I stopped having fun, I would get stressed about other things, and then I didn't want to go. But now, I'm actually having a lot of fun. I'm having actually a decent amount of fun recording as well too, because I remember at one point I really hated the idea of recording myself and, you know, recording my gym sets. But now, is it still a little bit anxiety inducing? Yes, because it's the idea that you feel a little bit more perceived there. You feel a little bit more seen, you feel a little bit more out in the open, where people are like, oh, look at this dude with this tripod recording his sets, he's not even big, he's not even Sam Sulek. It's like, yeah, that is true, and there are probably some people that think that, but, you know, does it really make that big of a difference if they were to think something else of me, especially if I don't really have any intentions of talking with them and getting to know them, right? And who knows, I have also met pretty decently cool people. Actually, not even decently cool, they were just cool people by filming my, you know, my sets, because I've had a couple of people approach me at other gyms and be like, hey man, what are you recording for? And they would talk, and they talk about their own little journey. Funny enough too, it was usually other dudes that were filming at the gym that would come up to you and ask me what I'm filming about, and then we just talk about stuff like that. I think I even follow one of them on Instagram, because I think he's a videographer, whatever that is. He makes cool videos and he edits them, which I think is very cool. I know another person who films videos and makes really cool edits. His name's John. This ended up just being a video dedicated to glazing John, and I'll always glaze John. But I'm actually excited for today's, again, workout, because, again, I get to work out with a friend, and I'm always excited to work out with a friend. And I really think, too, it's like I've been really enjoying working out with somebody, just because it's like that extra drive. Maybe also I'm a little bit of an enjoyer of the yapping session that comes along with it as well. Maybe even the little sprinkle. Just kidding, it's not a sprinkle. I've been trauma dumping to this friend for the past 4 months. God bless them, though. God bless them. God bless them. I don't know why I saluted, but again, it kind of just goes back to the thing of like, you know, I have to recognize that I have some really solid friends, and I have made a notice recently that I think I have a bit of an unhealthy view of relationships and friendships at times, where, you know, am I in the scapegoat of like, oh, you know, my previous relationship didn't work out because I did everything wrong. Hell no! I shouldn't say I didn't do anything wrong. I'm never gonna say I was the perfect partner, but I made an effort, and I feel like I made a lot of effort. You know, ignoring that part. But it's the idea that, you know, I'm not perfect, but I also shouldn't strive for perfectness, but I should also recognize that I still have some faults and flaws that I can work on. Am I gonna let these faults and flaws consume my life and think I'm worthless? No. Because I think from now on, I need to find this nice little balance, because I would always get into these little depressive episodes where I would always feel very worthless, where I'd be like, oh man, like nobody likes me, like all my friends hate me, like nobody's reaching out to me, I'm lonely, I'm alone, I'm a loser, I'm a weirdo, stuff like that, right? And even now, there are some times where, you know, it's the idea that of like, sometimes I see my friends playing a game that I don't necessarily want to play, and then just because of that, I don't hear from them for a little bit, and I get kind of hurt. But then at the same time, I think, you know, am I playing that same game? No. And here's the thing too, could I always just ask them? Could I always, also the thing too, it's like them hanging out on a Discord call. Never ever in my life, especially with these friends that I'm talking about right now, have I ever had an issue where if I just join the call and start talking, they're gonna be like, oh, actually wait, they might do the thing where like, oh, who let this guy in here? But at the same time, they're saying it jokingly, they're saying it lovingly. So why do I put so much pressure at times to think like, why do we always think the worst case scenario at times? I don't understand it. Why can't I think of the best case scenario? Because even right now, Just this week, I benched 135 for reps, which I've never, ever in my life have been able to do. And that was like one of my big all-time PRs in my life. And yet here I am thinking, why can't I bench more than that? How come other people bench more than me? Also, this guy's pissing me off right next to me, so I'm just going to speed up. You had your chance to pass me. You're in the left lane, and if you're not passing, that's your problem there, bubby. That is not gigabis. Also, I feel like I'm adopting a lot of words that John uses, which I don't think it's a bad thing. If anything, that just shows how much I respect his humor and how funny I find it, and how I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna be like, hey. But again, I need to recognize that there are really good things going on in my life, and I need to cherish that. I need to appreciate it, and I need to let it flourish. I need to let it grow. It's like planting a seed, and I'm gonna make a forest out of it one day. I'm gonna make a forest out of my friends. Which is funny because I'm saying all this. I am on my way to go pick up my gym duo right now. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys for whatever first set we do. Maybe I'll record, maybe I won't record. I don't know yet, actually. I never actually recorded a gym set with this friend yet, but we'll see how it goes. And if it's the worst case scenario, you'll see me on the drive back home then. Bye. Well, hello there. It is actually quite a lot later in the day now. I finished my workout. I didn't record my calf raises. I didn't record my first set of those step up glute leg press step ups. I don't really know what to call it, but I still had a phenomenal workout actually. So why is it delay now? Obviously, I'm not going to record my own personal journal story with somebody else in the car because that's an invasion of their privacy and also very much a disrespect to their time. Because like imagine you're hanging out with somebody and they whip out a phone and start talking to themselves, or even the idea that if you're talking with somebody and they accept a phone call, but the phone call ends up being like an hour long, it's gonna be a little bit rude, right? And I'm never ever gonna do this video thing, my little gym videos, to ever be a nuisance to somebody else, because I actually did worry quite a bit the idea of like, you know, I am recording in a public space. Obviously some people aren't gonna be very cool with that because to them it's a private space. It's a public space where they want a little bit more privacy. So I always try to do my best to make sure nobody's in the background. Even if they happen to be in the background, I definitely try not to make it be like a focus or anything. Maybe I will learn how to like blur and censor people out in the background, but I don't know how to do that yet, so that will be something I have to work on. But I had a really good workout actually. I actually had some things that I PR'd on. For example, I was able to up the weight on my leg extensions because last week I did 132 pounds for I think 10 reps for 2 sets. This week I actually upped it up to 143 pounds and I think I did 8. I also increased the reps on my hip thrust and it's also feeling not easier, but the idea that I'm starting to get the idea of the form down on the hip thrust to the point where I feel a lot more confident upping the weight without the sacrifice of form and ROM. And I'm feeling great actually. I even got to get a nice little scrumptious snack after my workout. Got myself a little smoke shack from Shake Shack. And I'm feeling great. I got a burger and meat. That I also have a very nice emotional time where I got to just vent my feelings and trauma dump. Excuse me, that was a little bit terrifying, but again, it's the idea that whenever life feels like it beats me down, I need to be a bit more appreciative that life is actually going pretty darn well. Like, life's beautiful. Sometimes bad things happen to people. I'm not even going to say the thing of like good people, bad people, just people in general. Sometimes bad things happen to people, but you learn from it. You learn from it, and you get funnier from it, to be honest. I have so many more new jokes now because after I got dumped, I have like a whole plethora of new experiences that I can dibble-dabble into to make a bit out of, but I'd also like to say, like, you know, I don't want to be the person that's like, oh, I'm not like the other people. I don't go to the gym because I'm heartbroken. Well, actually, I did go to the gym because I was heartbroken. And you know what? It worked. But I also don't think it's a healthy thing in the long run if I only go to the gym because I was heartbroken. Because where's the longevity in that? Am I going to be heartbroken for the rest of my life? Hell nah. I'm young. I'm no unk. I'm not unk. I'm not unk. That being said, time is passing. I'm getting older. The more I dwell on things that I can't change, what's the point of it now, right? So why not dwell on things I can change and make an active effort to become better, become stronger, become a more well-rounded individual, seek out more experiences in life, seek the beauty in life, because it's just me now. It's just me and my friends and my family and the people that care about me and the people that I care about. And it's actually a very, very freeing feeling, actually, to the point where I don't feel like I've been this optimistic about my life in quite a while. Which is funny, because I actually kind of had a rough week this week. Like, I'm not going to be the person that's going to be like, oh, like, every day of my life sucks, nothing's going right, but I had a couple of rough days as a guy doing funny maneuvers. Maybe I'll follow him too. Wee, wee. Wait, this is actually kind of funny. The guy behind me just kept doing funny maneuvers. I'm just following him, like doing the same thing now. All right, that was my little funny moment now. The thing is, I saw him swerving around, so I thought, hey, that's kind of fun. I'll join him. And then he started doing the same thing again, and then he flashes hazards at me. So I guess we're best friends now with the guy behind me. Instead of road rage today, I'm having road joy today, guys. Remember the earlier video from yesterday? I was like, guys, I had the worst experience at Costco for going at Costco peak hours. And now we're in the other side of the spectrum where we are now, instead of getting rage baited, I'm now being joy baited. I am now being entranced with the joyous parts of life where I get to go have a good lift with my friend, get to share a good ass burger with them, talk about things that are going up in our life, catch up, and now I get to drive back home with a big ass smile on my face thinking everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Oh, you can even see right there. I'm the whimsical joy, the whimsy of life, the joy of the simple things. I'm not gonna say returning because it makes it sound like I was like, you know, utterly depressed the past couple of days, but no, like it wasn't even that bad. I might have had a day where I might have had some thoughts where I was a bit down on myself and my circumstances and my situation, but it's the idea that whenever things seem bad, you look back on those days and situations and you realize, hey, not to downplay things that I was going through, but maybe it wasn't so bad. Because it's the idea that I bounced back. Did I bounce back fully? Maybe not yet, but did I bounce back? Yes. And I think there's something very poetic and beautiful about that. You know, I always joke about the indomitable human spirit. I think it's true. It's the idea that I have one life, and why wallow in despair when I can make the best of it? Obviously, there are going to be times where you got to take some time for yourself and just be sad because that's how you process things, but you can't always wallow in despair too long. You got to make that time and effort to actually heal, to overcome. And you know, I'm not going to talk about sappy motivational stuff anymore. We on the highway now, baby. Imagine this entire time, this friendly driver behind me who I thought was chill was actually a cop and he was baiting me to drive and like do illegal shit. Because that would go from road, or what was it, rage bait into joy bait into back into rage bait. Maybe I'm gonna stop using these TikTok words for once, but yeah, I'm pretty happy right now. I am actually really happy right now, and I'm probably gonna journal about this. I'm so happy right now that I'm probably going to journal that I had a great day. And even if negative thoughts return into my mind, I have a journal now. I have a journal that I can look into, that I can trust with my own feelings, and it's going to be awesome. Bye-bye, friend. I don't know if they ever noticed me waving at them, but I hope they did. I hope they did. I had a good lift today. I had a good day today, and I'm going to have a good life. And it's as shrimple as that, fellas. It's as shrimple as that. Maybe I'll even pour Resident Evil 9 tonight. Who knows, actually, but I do gotta go home and shower because I had quite the sweaty workout today, actually. Wait, did I ever reach my step goal? I might need to do my step goal, actually. Where's my watch? Oh, fuck. I forgot where my watch is. Where's my Hamilton chrono timepiece with bullet casing details to honor my fallen comrades? Or whatever it is. But whoever you are watching this video, I thank you, I thank myself, and we're all gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. Whatever our goals are, I just picked my nose, no booger though. I know that's kind of gross to say, but it was itchy, so that's why I touched it. I wasn't picking boogers, I swear. And we're all gonna be okay. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.